The Kalash people, a fascinating and enigmatic ethnic group, live in the Chitral Valley, located in the northernmost region of Pakistan's Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province. The Kalash people have captured the interest of travelers, anthropologists, and historians alike, due to their rich, ancient traditions, distinct lifestyle, and their isolated existence. To understand the Kalash fully, we need to dive into the history, religion, customs, and daily life of the Kalash, as well as the challenges they face in the modern world. Kalash history and origins. The Kalash people claim descent from the armies of Alexander the Great, whose troops traversed these mountain valleys over 2,000 years ago. The Kalash people's unique culture, physical appearance, and religion have led to speculation that they are one of the few remaining direct descendants of the ancient Greek soldiers, though there are varying theories about their origins. Most historians agree that the Kalash likely migrated from Central Asia and settled in the remote valleys of Chitral. It is estimated that the Kalash people have been living in these mountains for well over 2,000 years. Language of the Kalash. The Kalash people speak Kalasha, a language belonging to the Dardic group of the Indo-Aryan languages. It is a distinct language with no close relation to the languages spoken by the neighboring Muslim populations of Pakistan. Kalasha has its own alphabet, but it is largely an oral language. Efforts have been made to document and preserve it, especially as the younger Kalash generation is increasingly learning Urdu and English in schools. Kalash marital practices. Marriage in Kalash society is a combination of both love and arranged traditions. Young people often choose their partners, especially during the vibrant festival seasons when courtship takes place in public. Love marriages are quite common, with couples often deciding to elope or publicly declare their affection during festivals. However, there are still some traditional practices in which marriages are arranged by the families, often with negotiations involving the exchange of dowries or other traditional rituals. A very shocking aspect of Kalash marital traditions is the concept of bride price. While it is not common for women to be sold for marriage, in some cases, men can exchange goods or money for a bride in arranged marriages. This practice has been a subject of controversy, though it is not prevalent in all Kalash communities today. Kalash population and valley. The Kalash Valley is home to approximately 3,000 to 4,000 Kalash people, spread across three main valleys: Bumbarit, Rumba, and Biria. These valleys are located in the Chitral district of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province in Pakistan. The population has been steadily declining due to the pressures of modernization, religious conversion, and emigration to urban areas. Religion and beliefs. The Kalash practice a polytheistic religion, worshipping various gods and spirits tied to nature. Their religion is centered around the belief in the divine power of rivers, mountains, trees, and other natural elements. They celebrate numerous festivals throughout the year, each dedicated to a different deity. The most famous of these festivals include Chilam Jusht, Spring Festival, and Ucho, Harvest Festival, which are marked by communal dancing, singing, and offerings to the gods. However, the Kalash are increasingly coming under pressure from neighboring Muslim communities, with conversions to Islam being a growing concern. Despite this, many Kalash people continue to practice their ancient faith, preserving their unique rituals and religious practices. Source of income. The main source of income for the Kalash people comes from agriculture and animal husbandry. They cultivate crops such as barley, wheat, and corn in the fertile valleys, using traditional farming methods passed down through generations. The valleys also have a large population of goats, sheep, and cows, which are raised for milk, wool, and meat. Some Kalash families also engage in small-scale trade and crafts, creating beautiful textiles, jewelry, and pottery. Despite the isolation of the valley, the Kalash people also earn money from tourism. Every year, hundreds of tourists visit the valley to witness the Kalash festivals and their unique culture. This has led to an influx of tourist-related businesses, including small guest houses and local guides. Literacy and education. The literacy rate in the Kalash Valley is relatively low compared to the rest of Pakistan. Education in the region has historically been neglected, and most children receive their schooling in small local schools. However, the government has made efforts in recent years to improve educational access, and there are now primary and secondary schools in the valley. Kalash students are taught in both Urdu and English, though they also continue to learn their native Kalash language. The nearest university is located in the town of Chitral, several hours away from the Kalash Valley. Family structure. The average family in the Kalash Valley consists of about 5 to 7 members. Families typically live in small stone houses built on the mountainsides, often surrounded by farms and grazing lands. In terms of marriage, it's common for families to live together in extended households, with multiple generations under one roof. Despite this, Kalash women are relatively independent compared to women in other parts of Pakistan, with significant freedom in choosing their partners and participating in social activities. Tourism and foreign influence. The Kalash Valley, while remote and difficult to access, has become a popular destination for adventurous travelers looking to experience a unique way of life. However, the presence of outsiders has raised some concerns. While tourism has helped boost the local economy, it has also led to cultural pressures and challenges. The Kalash people, in general, are welcoming of tourists, but they are also cautious about their traditions being exploited. Transportation and accessibility. Reaching the Kalash Valley from Islamabad, the capital city of Pakistan, is a lengthy journey. The distance between Islamabad and the Kalash Valley is approximately 350 kilometers, 220 miles, by road. The journey takes several hours by car, primarily on narrow, winding mountain roads. While the roads to the valley have been paved, there are sections of the journey that still lack proper road infrastructure, making access to the valley challenging during the monsoon season. The region's main access points are Chitral, which is connected by road to Islamabad and other major cities in Pakistan. From Chitral, it's about a 2 to 3 hour drive to the Kalash Valley. During winter months, the roads can be blocked by heavy snow, making the valley nearly inaccessible. Agriculture and water sources. The Kalash people practice traditional farming techniques, with a focus on crop rotation and organic methods. Water for irrigation comes from natural streams that flow down from the snow-capped mountains. The valleys are relatively fertile, and the Kalash use simple tools to level the land and manage water distribution. Rainfall is relatively abundant, with most rain falling during the monsoon season between July and September. The weather is typically mild, with cool summers and harsh winters, with temperatures dropping below freezing in the higher altitudes. Religious and political structure. The Kalash people are a minority within Pakistan, and as such, they do not have significant political representation at the national level. The region in which they live is part of Pakistan, and they are governed by the same laws as other citizens of the country. The local political system is dominated by Muslim political parties, with limited influence from the Kalash people. However, the Kalash do have a form of traditional governance, with elders and community leaders making decisions for the tribe. Famous names and places. While the Kalash Valley is relatively unknown to the wider world, it has gained some recognition due to the tribe's unique culture. Famous places in the valley include the main villages of Bumburat, Rumba, and Biria. Each village has its own distinct character, with Bumburat being the largest and most visited by tourists. Famous dishes in the Kalash Valley include chorek, a type of bread, and kawa, a traditional herbal tea served during festivals. Kalash cuisine is heavily based on grains, vegetables, and dairy products. Death rituals. When a Kalash person dies, there are several unique rituals that take place. The body is washed, wrapped in cloth, and placed in a special resting place. The Kalash believe in the afterlife, and ceremonies are held to honor the deceased and ensure a peaceful journey to the next world. During the rituals, offerings of food and other items are made to the gods. Tourism and best time to visit. The best time to visit the Kalash Valley is during the summer months, particularly from April to October. when the weather is mild and the festivals take place. The winter months, from November to March, are not ideal for tourism due to heavy snow and cold temperatures. Tourists usually stay in local guest houses or with Kalash families, where they can experience the culture firsthand. The average cost for a guest house is around $10 to $30 per night, and meals are usually included in the accommodation fee. Geography and climate. The Kalash Valley sits at an elevation of around 5,000 feet, 1,500 meters, above sea level. The area is surrounded by steep mountain slopes, and the climate is typical of high-altitude regions. Mild summers and harsh winters. Nestled in the majestic valleys of the Hindu Kush Mountains lies a hidden world, untouched by the rapid pace of modernity. Here, the Kalash people, an isolated and mysterious tribe, live a life that seems frozen in time. Known for their vibrant traditions, striking beauty, and a culture steeped in ancient rituals, they have captivated the imagination of people worldwide. But what truly sets them apart are the shocking customs that defy conventional norms, sparking endless curiosity and debate. The Kalash are believed to be the descendants of Alexander the Great's army, their unique European features lending an air of mystique to their already fascinating identity. Living in the remote Chitral Valley of Pakistan, they stand out not only for their looks but also for their polytheistic beliefs in a predominantly Muslim region. This ancient tribe worships gods and spirits tied to nature, celebrating life through festivals filled with music, dance, and communal joy. But what draws outsiders into this secluded paradise is more than just their beauty or religion. It's the openness with which they embrace love, relationships, and human connection, a sharp contrast to the reserved customs of the world around them. In Kalash society, love is not hidden away in private whispers. It is celebrated openly, proudly, and often in ways that leave outsiders shocked and intrigued. During the tribe's grand festivals, such as Chilamjusht in spring and Untold during harvest time, young men and women gather to dance, sing, and express their feelings freely. These events are not mere celebrations of the seasons but are also opportunities for courtship. It's during these vibrant gatherings that relationships often blossom, with couples sometimes declaring their love publicly or even choosing to elope. For the Kalash, love is a divine gift, not something to be concealed. Women, in particular, enjoy a freedom that is rare in many parts of the world. They have the right to choose their partners and even to end marriages if they feel unfulfilled. This openness has led to sensationalized stories of public displays of affection, with some even calling it public intimacy. But to the Kalash, these traditions are not about scandal or provocation. They are a natural part of their vibrant culture. Outsiders, however, often misunderstand what they see. To the untrained eye, the Kalash way of life can appear provocative, even shocking. Stories of public declarations of love and courtship rituals have been exaggerated, painting a picture that is more fantasy than reality. Yet, for the Kalash, these customs are about joy, unity, and honoring their connection to the gods and the natural world. The festivals themselves are dazzling spectacles. Picture the valleys coming alive with colorful traditional dresses, intricate embroidery, and headdresses adorned with beads and shells. The air fills with the rhythmic beats of drums, and the people dance in unison, celebrating life with every step. It's here that young men and women find the courage to express their feelings, encouraged by the festive atmosphere and the blessings of their elders. Despite their rich traditions and openness, the Kalash people face immense challenges. With a population of just around 3,000, their way of life is under constant threat. Modernization creeps closer every day, bringing with it new influences that risk diluting their culture. Religious pressures and dwindling resources add to the burden, making it harder for the Kalash to preserve their ancient ways. The fascination with their openness and freedom has also brought unwelcome attention. Tourists, journalists, and researchers flock to their valleys, eager to document their customs. While this has raised awareness about the Kalash, it has also exposed them to judgment and exploitation. Misunderstood stories of their love traditions often overshadow the deeper spiritual significance of their rituals. To truly understand the Kalash, One must look beyond the sensational headlines and embrace their culture with respect. Their openness is not a rebellion against societal norms, but a testament to their belief in the beauty of life and human connection. Their love for nature, each other, and their gods is woven into every aspect of their lives, creating a tapestry that is as intricate and colorful as their traditional attire. As the sun sets over the Hindu Kush mountains, the valleys echo with laughter and music. Children play in the streams. Elders share stories by the fire. And the vibrant traditions of the Kalash continue, defying the odds. They remind us that there is more to life than the hustle and bustle of the modern world. There is beauty in simplicity, strength in community, and freedom in embracing who we are. The Kalash people are not just an isolated tribe with shocking traditions. They are a testament to the resilience of culture and the power of joy. Their story challenges us to rethink our own perceptions and to celebrate the diversity of humanity. But the question remains, can their way of life survive the pressures of a rapidly changing world? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, the Kalash will continue to inspire, intrigue, and captivate us all. Distance from Islamabad to Kalash Valley. The distance between Islamabad, the capital city of Pakistan, and the Kalash Valley is approximately 350 kilometers, 220 miles, by road. This distance can vary depending on the specific route taken and the starting point within Islamabad. Road conditions and accessibility. The road conditions vary along the way. The journey involves navigating mountainous terrain, with narrow and winding roads leading to the Kalash Valley. The main route to the valley passes through the Chitral district, which is connected to Islamabad via the Mingora Swat Road and Chitral Road. While most of the major roads leading up to the valley have been paved in recent years, there are still some unpaved sections, especially when reaching deeper into the Kalash Valley and the villages of Bumbarat, Rumba, and Biria. The condition of the road can deteriorate during the monsoon season, July to September, making some parts of the road impassable due to landslides or flooding. Winter also brings challenges as heavy snow can block roads, making travel particularly difficult. Travel time by road. The journey by road typically takes 8 to 10 hours, depending on traffic, road conditions, and stops along the way. The main part of the journey, from Islamabad to Chitral, can take around 6 to 7 hours by car, and from Chitral to the Kalash Valley, it can take another 2 to 3 hours. The road from Chitral to the Kalash Valley is narrower and more winding, so the journey might be slower in this section. Travel by air. There is no direct commercial flight that goes into the Kalash Valley itself. However, there is a domestic airport in Chitral, which is the nearest city to the Kalash Valley. The Chitral airport is around 2 to 3 hours away from the valley by road. Flights to Chitral are available from Islamabad, and these flights are operated by Pakistan International Airlines. Paya. The flight from Islamabad to Chitral typically takes around 1 hour. After arriving in Chitral, travelers would still need to drive to the Kalash Valley. To summarize, distance by road, about 350 kilometers, 220 miles. Road conditions, mostly paved, but some unpaved sections and rough roads in the valleys. Travel time by road, around 8 to 10 hours. Air travel. Flights to Chitral from Islamabad are available, taking about 1 hour. But further road travel is required to reach the Kalash Valley, approximately 2 to 3 hours by road. So, as you marvel at their unique traditions, remember to approach their story with an open mind and a respectful heart. The Kalash are not just a relic of the past but a living, breathing community with a vibrant spirit. Let their story inspire you to explore the world's hidden wonders, to seek out the beauty in the unfamiliar, and to cherish the richness of human diversity. The Kalash people, with their ancient traditions and distinct culture, offer a unique glimpse into a world that is rapidly disappearing. Though their numbers are small, their culture and way of life are as rich and vibrant as the valleys they inhabit. As they face the challenges of modernity, it is up to the world to respect and preserve their unique heritage.